Governor Mike Braun says Indiana will cooperate with the federal government to remove undocumented immigrants across the state. He signed an executive order today directing law enforcement across the state to do just that.
13 News State House reporter Emily Longnecker was there as the governor made the announcement today and now explains for us who this measure targets.
Governor Braun described the executive order as going after the worst first, undocumented immigrants who may already have had a criminal history in their country of origin and then came here to Indiana and committed crimes, but the governor did not specify where he believes this is happening in the state.
Indiana is going to be a state that is going to help get people that came in here illegally and then committed crimes and are dangerous back out of the country.
Braun's latest executive order directs law enforcement across the state to cooperate with ICE, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, to remove undocumented immigrants. Under Indiana law, police are already required to cooperate with federal officials.
For the few places that may not be abiding by the spirit of that, we're going to make sure they do.
When asked how much this could cost local authorities, the governor said he didn't think local jurisdictions would incur much of a cost early on, explaining that's a more relevant issue down the road.
The harder it gets to be for the federal government to find that next level of illegal immigrants that have committed crimes, I think that's when that question becomes relevant.
Right now, the House is considering a bill requiring sheriff's departments across the state to sign an agreement with ICE to participate in immigration enforcement programs, something sheriff's departments have had the option of doing for decades, but have not until this point. House Bill 1158 would make participation a requirement. One program calls for ICE to train and authorize local law enforcement to serve warrants on undocumented immigrants already in jail. Committee members did not vote on the bill because the cost is still unclear. The Indiana Sheriff's Association called the issue a sensitive subject, saying they're neutral on the bill. Several sheriffs told lawmakers their departments already notify ICE when they arrest someone who's undocumented.
I'm open to the training as well, but I'm not open to let's bring in this and do this and start digging. I can speak for my office only. I don't have time to dig.
We are not agents of ICE. We will support ICE like we do any other federal organization, but we're not going to go outside the walls of our jail to do their job.
Governor Braun said Indiana is going to do what the federal government asks.
I'm going to direct any of our authorities to not resist, and hopefully they'll be compliant on their own. And I think a large part of the jurisdictions across our state will be without any push from this office.
Governor Braun also addressed the Indiana National Guard, who have been deployed to Texas to help at the southern border, saying he'll keep that in place. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
And another program in that bill that was heard in committee today calls for training so that county jail staff can identify and process undocumented individuals who are in jail and then report it to ICE.
And immigration is a hot topic this legislative session. And
the governor likely is going to talk about it once again as he prepares for his State of the State address, which you can watch live right here tomorrow night. It's on 7 o'clock on Channel 13. We also will have it for you on our free streaming app, which is WTHR Plus.